Hey everyone, what's up? It's Olivia. Today I have another Walt Disney World Vacation tips video for you, and this video is going to be especially helpful if it's your first time at Walt Disney World or you haven't been in a while. I have an entire playlist of Disney vacation videos, especially involving things like meeting characters and doing character dining, so if you find this video helpful, I highly recommend you go check out my other videos. In case you're new, I want to let you know that I was a cast member on the Disney College program in fall 2016, so I lived and worked at Disney World for about 4.5 months. And before going to Disney World, I had never been to Florida before. I had never been to the Disney World parks. I'd been to Disneyland, but Disney World is completely different. So these are my tips, my experience having never been there before and living there for 4.5 months. Also, this video is going to be jam-packed with information, so get ready, let's get started. My first tip is do not plan 12, 13, 14-hour park days. The parks are best experienced in 4 to 6 hour chunks. A Disneyland vacation with the 2 parks, a 2 to 3 day vacation, it's very doable to do 12-hour days in the parks because you have fun for 72 hours and then you can crash and you're done. But at Walt Disney World, vacations are anywhere from 7 to 14 days, sometimes longer, and so you need that stamina. What I suggest is thinking about your day in chunks of morning, afternoon, and then evening, night. And then in your breaks, you should plan a sit-down meal, going back to the hotel for a little bit of rest, maybe changing, eating, or park hopping. Whenever I would go to the parks by myself, if I wanted to meet Minnie Mouse, who at the time only met on Main Street until about 10 a.m., if I wanted to get there and meet her, I was toast by the time it was time for the 3 o'clock parade, and oftentimes would leave right before it because I was just hot and just done. So my mom came, we did like a character dining in the morning and then did the park for a little bit, then went back to our hotel, changed, went to another park, came back to the hotel, had dinner in the cafeteria, changed, and then park hop a little bit more. Really do not plan for 13-hour days because cast members can't even do 13-hour days on their days off. Next tip, take your own food and water into the Disney parks. Yes, you are allowed to take both food and drink into Walt Disney World, all 4 parks, so feel free to take your own water bottles, snacks, bread, fruit, Cheez-Its, whatever you want, whatever is gonna prevent you from like melting down when you're in a really long line, or something that is also just gonna save you a little bit of money, also keep you a little bit healthy, so you're not eating the delicious but really bad for you park snacks 24/7 for, you know, like 14 days. What I highly recommend is after you land in Orlando, once you go to the hotel, but before you actually start your park days, go to Walmart. Go to one of the nearby Walmarts, buy some jugs of water for the hotel room. Do not drink Florida water. I repeat, do not drink Florida water. So get you some jugs of water for the hotel room, get you some water bottles that you can take with you into the parks, get some snacks, some for the fridge for your hotel room, and then some that you can actually take with you into the parks. Also, while you're at Walmart, go ahead and grab a couple of ponchos for your family. They're about $2 at Walmart and about $20 in the parks, especially if you're going anywhere between April and end of October. You're going to need those rain ponchos, so get that at Walmart as well. And then also Walmart is a great place to get souvenirs, especially if you're expected to buy keychains or something like that for all the members of your family and cousins. The keychains at Walmart are about $2 and look incredibly doggone similar to the keychains that they sell in the parks, ranging from $7 to $12. You're gonna save so much money that way. It still says Disney on the back, it's still Minnie Mouse or Donald Duck or whoever, and looks like an authentic Disney product. Those are the keychains that I bought to put on my backpack because I wasn't gonna spend $8 on the Disney product when there was other merchandise I wanted to be spending my money on. Some more tips about food. Whenever you see a quick service food and beverage place in any of the parks, you can actually go up and ask for a cup of ice water and they'll give it to you free of charge. In Florida, especially if you're going during the summertime or during tropical storm season when it's super humid, really hot, you need to stay hydrated. So even if you have a water bottle, I definitely recommend going and getting a cool cup of water while you're, waiting in line for whatever ride or getting food. And again, that's gonna be at any quick service food and beverage location. So that's basically any place that sells food that isn't like a sit-down restaurant. The carts that have like ice cream and stuff, obviously they don't have like a water spout there, so they can't give you water, but the more permanent locations are gonna be able to do that for you. My next tip when you're eating at a quick service food and beverage place is to order a kid's meal. The size is so much better and so much more doable to eat, unless you're like a growing teenage boy or a man who's like really hungry. A kid size is the perfect amount. When me and my mom went, we ended up ordering the kid size, and you do not have to have a kid with you to order from the kids menu. And so we got like chicken tenders, fries, grapes, and a cup of water. And at first I was like, oh, this isn't a lot of food, like dang it, we should have just gotten the next size up. But by the time we had actually eaten it, we were completely full and I actually couldn't even finish it. Or worst case scenario, you're hungry again in 2-3 hours and you get a Mickey bar. If you are dining at Disney World with food allergies, I have a completely other video that tells you a ton of information about that, so please go check that resource out. But also know that any quick service location, when you're ordering something, you can ask for an allergen menu and they will give you the menu that has every single ingredient in the Dole Whip or the soda or the meal, whatever you're ordering, and you can check and make sure you're not allergic to anything. More tips, you can book your FastPasses 60 days in advance, so 2 months in advance of your vacation, and you can book dining reservations 6 months in advance, 180 days in advance, and trust me, there are people waiting online for it to hit midnight to start planning the reservations. So if there's a specific place you want to get a reservation, just keep that in mind 6 months out. But also know if you don't get it, it's not the end of the world. During your trip, you can keep checking it to see if anyone canceled. I believe they can cancel until like 11 p.m. the night before or something like that with no charge. So if you're there, you know, check at night if you're still up. You can also just go up to the restaurant and see if they have any open seating. They usually do have a couple of tables still available, but don't bank on it because of course this is subject to change. It depends on how many guests they have, what the park capacity is like, all of that stuff. But know that there is still a chance to eat at your favorite location even if you can't get a reservation. Next tip, the fireworks look just as good on Main Street as they do sitting right in front of the castle. My first time watching the fireworks show at Magic Kingdom, I could not find my roommates. I got separated from them somehow, so I was trying to make it up to the front where they were. Ended up getting stuck beside like the hub grass area. It was a September night, it was humid, it was hot, it was sticky. I was literally skin to skin with people, and because of my height, I was at a height where a lot of unpleasant aromas were near my face, and that was so miserable. But once I learned that the view on Main Street is even better because you can see everything actually happening, I highly recommend doing that. You can also get out so much easier once the fireworks show ends and if you're all scrunched up in front of the castle. Planning your Disney vacation, you've probably been asked or have seen that there is an option to purchase something called Disney Memory Maker, and this is a PhotoPass package that allows you to download an unlimited amount of photos that were taken during your Walt Disney World vacation. Now the price for this as of March 2018, the regular price is $200, but if you order it at least 3 days in advance, it's only $170. Guys, it is 100% worth it to order this photo package. My mom came for a 5-day, 6-night vacation. We ended up taking about 300 photos during our time there. It was definitely worth that because I personally also got it for the extent of my program. And they have all of the details on the website, but basically once you start downloading the photos, you have 30 days to download all of them. So if your vacation is 7, 10, 14, a month long, you will be able to download all of those photos. Also think it's a good thing to buy because it's going to force you to take pictures because you're gonna say, oh my gosh, I wanna get my money like out of it. So it is gonna force you to be like, oh, there's a PhotoPass person, let's take a picture. And basically how they link it to your account is you'll have your Magic Band on and PhotoPass will scan your Magic Band after every picture, after every interaction. Not every picture, they'll take like the 10 pictures and then scan it on your wristband. Then it'll show up on your Disney account. Also, if you don't have the Disney Experience app, you need to download this because this will be your lifeline during your vacation. This is gonna contain your park tickets, your dining reservations, your FastPass reservations. You can book FastPass on it. You can see what times and locations characters are meeting, shows are gonna be at, where restrooms are at. You can even now order food at select locations through that app. And that's also where you can see all of the pictures that have been taken and start actually downloading them. Another app you should consider downloading is the Disney Shop Parks app. This app basically has the database of all the merchandise that is sold in the park. So if for whatever reason you leave your Walt Disney World vacation and realize you didn't pick up a piece of merchandise that you really wanted, you can later go on the app and purchase it and it'll ship from the parks to your house. However, I will say that some merchandise is like park exclusive, and then if you do want a Starbucks You Are Here mug, those are park exclusive as well. So you have to get the Magic Kingdom one in Magic Kingdom. You have to get the Animal Kingdom one in Animal Kingdom. You can't get them outside of the park. Even if you're in Walt Disney World, I'm in Epcot, I can't get a Hollywood Studios mug, and you can't order those online. If you decide to purchase merchandise inside the park, know that you do not have to carry around bags all day if you do not want to. There are a couple different options for getting your merchandise where it needs to go. The first option, if you are staying at a Disney World resort, you can actually purchase the merchandise and then have them send it to your hotel room. Another way is to actually pay for shipping and get it sent to your house. However, know that when you ship stuff from Disney World to your house, the shipping price is based off of cost of the items, not the weight or the bulk or how much space it takes up. So keep that in mind. Rather than sending the bracelets and stuff in the mail, you might just want to send all of the mugs and the chunkier items, get those shipped, and then keep the bracelets and stuff or whatever you're purchasing that's smaller with you, something that's gonna fit in your suitcase. Because if you have $45 worth of mugs and then one $45 bracelet, the shipping cost is gonna go up, not because it took so much room, but because it's based off of price. That being said, me and Disney are not liable for any merchandise that gets lost or stolen should you choose to follow that tip. Found this video helpful. I do have an entire playlist of Walt Disney World Vacation Tips videos that I really hope that you check out. Also feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I decided to launch a blog, so some of the information is definitely going to overlap, but I do have an article that says my top 10 Walt Disney World vacation tips. So if you want to see this in list form or want to screenshot it or something like that, feel free to check out the blog and I will link it below. Please give this video a big thumbs up. If you did think these tips were helpful, feel free to share it with your family or friends or anyone else going to Disney World. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Remember to keep dreaming out loud, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!